Hello, I'm Linda. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and today I'm going to be showing you something with clear embossing, and we're making this little Christmas card. It's a really simple card, and I did it with my class this week and they loved it. But what I wanted to show you was how I got this effect with the flowers, okay, with the poinsettia flowers. So really simple to do. This won't take us very long. You'll be happy to know. Okay, so the first thing I did, you are going to need at the beginning, you're going to need some clear embossing powder. Clear is a surprisingly useful embossing powder. In fact, I think it's probably next to the metallics like silver and gold, it's probably the next best one that you need to have if you're going to be doing a bit of embossing. You're also going to need a Versamark ink pad. Okay, so that's this one here. Okay, Versamark is clear and it is a pigment ink, so it's sticky or tacky so that the embossing powder will stick to it. So that makes it a really good, a useful ink to have for this purpose. I'm also using today the Joyful Christmas stamp set. This one actually finishes at the end of August 2014, so it's only available in our carryover flyer until the end of this month. So I'm playing with it while I still can because it's beautiful, and I'm going to miss this one actually. So just pop that over here. The only two stamps I'm using from it are the large poinsettia and the Joyful Christmas stamp set, words. Alright, so the first thing I did was I used my cherry cobbler ink pad, and I'm just inking it up. The colours I'm using today are Crisp Cantaloupe and Cherry Cobbler, which might seem an unlikely combination, but as you can see they worked really well. Okay, so I've just stamped that on the front there. Okay, and then with my Versamark, I'm just going to use it on my poinsettia stamp, and I'm going to stamp over the edges of my you can kind of see that, not terribly well, but that's okay. You'll be able to see it when it's embossed, so that's all that matters. Right, and I'm going to pop this one, which way? I'll go this way. It doesn't really matter, you're just going over the edges and you just want to be able to see enough of it. Alright, that's probably really hard to see, okay. Then I would add my embossing powder. Now because the ink is sticky, the embossing powder sticks to the image where we want to. My suggestion when you're using embossing powder is that you keep your little pot of embossing powder in a little container, you know, a takeaway container or just something really small with a lid, so that you can actually apply your embossing powder over the top, okay. And to make life really easy, just tap it off into the, you can flick it from behind, but it just goes straight into the container, and then when you're done, you just pop it back into the container. That's just easy. Okay, so that's a nice way to do it. Okay, and then I would use my heat gun. I'd do both of them, and I would use my heat gun, which I have here, as you can see, to emboss over this. Now you know they're very hot, be really careful with them. I like the Stampin' Up one because it's got this plastic piece on the end to help protect the tip of the embossing gun, which is actually really hot when it's in use. And then when it's finished, you've got this little prop here, and the idea is that you put that through there because hot air, as you know, hot air arises and therefore it can escape because it's slightly on an angle, so the air can actually, hot air can escape and not damage the mechanism of the heat tool. So I would then emboss this, and you will know when it's done when it goes shiny. So I'm not going to do it for you now and bore you, but this is one I've done earlier. And then you might just be able to see that one, it's shiny when you hold it in the light. So it's also a raised surface, it's hard and shiny, so you know that it's done. Okay, so it only takes a few seconds to do it with your heat gun. It's a quick process. Alright, pop those away for a moment. Alright, so then all I did was, I got a couple of sponge daubers. How easy is this technique, seriously? And I'm using the Crisp Cantaloupe ink pad. You should, your lightest colour, whatever colour you're going with, use your lighter one first, okay? And I just sort of started by using it straight on. Try and do it so you can see what I'm doing. And the more dark you go with this, the more dramatic the effect. So you can go quite light, or you can apply a bit more colour. Right. And if you don't want to go outside the lines, then I'd suggest sort of staying slightly inside them, but it doesn't matter if it goes out a little bit because it's to get the effect. And you should be able to see how that's looking now. Same on the other side. So start from the middle and kind of go out towards the edges. Easy peasy. Alright. Okay, so there's that one. I keep my sponge daubers, I don't wash them in between. This is the Crisp Cantaloupe one, I'll always use it for that colour. Or, you know, I would keep a red one for all my reds. And this is the Cherry Cobbler colour. So to add the darker colour, okay, I started really softly in the middle, okay, and sort of did a circle and moved my ink out, and you can decide how far you want to go with that. I'm just going to sort of pop it on these smaller inner leaves here. How good does that look? It's an immediate wow. Okay, you can see how that looks. Same on the other side. So quick. Alright, so it looks like that. The more colour you add, the more dramatic it looks against the clear embossing, because the clear embossing resists the ink so that it doesn't go. Your ink will not go where the clear embossing is. Okay, and then I just use my lighter colour and just sponged around the whole thing just to finish it off. Like that. Easy peasy. Okay, and then I put it together. It really is this easy. Okay, so I've got a couple of bits of glimmer paper in the champagne that I have cut to the same width. Okay, I'm just going to use a bit of snail to put this together. And I'm just going to pop that on there. Like that. It's centered. Same with this one. I love snail for quick and easy. So fast. The thing is with snail, always make sure you rub down wherever you've applied it and it will stay. You always do a little rub over. And I'm adding, so the other thing is with the glimmer paper, snail and glimmer paper are not really friends, so you actually have to apply it carefully, so you're making sure you're actually getting some sticky stuff on the back. There you go, that's better. And I just popped a bit of that at the top. The bling instantly makes it look amazing. If you want to use something other than snail, you could use the fast fuse we have now. You could use a bit more. You could use glue dots. You could use tape, sticky strip, whatever you like. I'm just using snail because it's fast. Okay, card done. How easy is that? All right, so you've got this beautiful effect with the flowers showing through the dark colour here, okay, in the cherry cobbler, and the crisp cantaloupe on the edges. I think that works really well. I hope you like it too. Nice Christmas card. Thanks guys. See you soon. Bye.